sipping whiskey from a paper cup. You drown your sorrows till you can't stand up. Take a look at what you've done to yourself. Why don't you put the bottle back on the shelf? Yellow fingered from your cigarettes. Your hands are shaking while your body sweats. Why don't you look into Jesus? He got the answer.
This is probably going to be my most boring YouTube video yet, because I didn't film much at all this week. I fell off really hard week 6 of marathon prep. But for the sake of consistency and doing what I said I wanted to do, which is release a video every single week of this prep, I'm going to make a video and I'm going to just recap what happened week 6. Because like I said, I didn't film much. I got this false hope when we were in South Carolina that the marathon prep was actually getting easier as the mileage increased. Because every single day, the only thing on the agenda was I was just going to go and run. Other than that, we were just hanging out with family, chilling the whole day. So I'd wake up early, I'd go out, knock out my mileage, and that was it every single day. Come back to real life and realize, yeah, I definitely didn't take the circumstances into consideration, because this is actually hard to do with a whole personal life and a job and, you know, taking care of all your responsibilities. So Monday, my run went fine. I got to bed too late Monday night, decided to go run on my lunch break Tuesday instead of waking up super early. I chose to get more rest. And then I walked into the gym to run on the treadmill on Tuesday, changed into my running attire, and then I ended up on the bench press, and then I ended up lifting the entire workout. I didn't run at all on Tuesday, and I just decided I needed to change my approach to this marathon prep, because all these sacrifices of not strength training, I just think strength training, first of all, it's my first love when it comes to fitness, and it's really good for my mental health. And I feel like I need it. I need that in my life. And I don't want to sacrifice lifting and all the time and effort that I've put into that for years and years and years just to get, you know, a little bit of muscle and a little bit of strength. I don't want to sacrifice all of that just to go out and run a subpar time in the marathon. I've been very humbled this week, because I've realized why all of these experienced marathon runners and coaches say, hey, in your first marathon, don't go for a time goal. Just complete a marathon. And once you do that, then you can begin to shoot for, you know, how you want to improve from there. And I was just like, whatever, I'm going to go for a time goal. And I realized that was, that was humbling to do. So I'm not quitting the marathon. I am finding the middle ground, and I'm making an adjustment that I think is, in the long run, going to really benefit me more. So my new training calendar is going to be Monday through Friday. I'm going to do just 5 miles a day. It's very doable for me to do before work, and then that opens up a lot more time for me to go and lift. So I can get back into strength training. I can get back into training my legs, which is going to make them stronger, which is going to help make me faster. And then I'm going to also be doing 2 speed workouts a week that are a little bit shorter in volume. But that's going to help me get faster as well, because I've kind of been avoiding speed work just because my recovery has been so bad. I've just been trying to knock out the mileage. And really the training hasn't been super intentional, apart from just trying to hit mileage goals. So speed work, incorporating that's going to make me faster. And I'm still going to keep my long runs on Saturdays, I'm going to increase those by 1 to 2 miles per week until I get to that 20-mile long run. That's going to be my peak week. I think those are still super necessary, to get my legs and my feet and my body just acclimated to running that distance. And then I'm also practicing nutrition strategy for the race on those runs as well. So how does my stomach and bladder handle like liquids and carbohydrates and electrolytes while in the middle of those long, hard efforts. So I feel really good about that. The biggest lesson that I've learned this week, just because the plan isn't working, doesn't mean you have to quit moving forward. And for so long, I think that's why I've quit, because I haven't logically sat down and looked at, how can I make an adjustment to this? So when things get hard, you don't have to quit. You don't have to view that as your only option. You can make adjustments that are suitable for your goals and that benefit your goals. And in the long run, I think you're going to be better for it. So only time will tell. I will try to make week 7's video a little bit more engaging and exciting than this. But until then, dare to fail. And guess what? Week 6 in the marathon prep, I failed. Definitely. But that's what it's all about. Trial, error, and then growing and learning from that. So I will see you week 7 of marathon prep.